Austin, it's me again. What's up? All right, so I just went through your week 2 stuff. And so, yeah, it helps to spread them out week over week just to kind of let your body and mind digest the work. We're still playing with what the right cadence is. However, one of the benefits of kind of the case that you're in where you're doing 2 in 1 is that you're spending more time in the zone, being on. And I'm going back to what your swimming coach said, which is like, it's not about the yards, it's about the technique. For where most people are at in building this skill of talking to no one while trying to connect to someone, looking at a green dot, it is about the yardage. It's about the reps. It's about being in the space and trying to connect in these moments. Because there's no replica. I mean, well, I guess BetterOn is the closest replica that kind of like, like this training environment where I'm so happy to just kind of hear how you think about this, because it's so valuable. Because I do think that a lot of people, they do want to fix the tics. They want to fix what they think is wrong. And sure, there are always going to be gaps to fill. And this is kind of why, part of the BetterOn value system and part of the work is the work of self. And me as a guy in front of a laptop in North Carolina, I shouldn't have much credibility on like your self-work. I want you to be the best. I want to support you, but I think that like we try to build the path and guide you on that path. So that said, like, yes, like, I do want to be able to provide that underwater GoPro or that underwater camera so you can be like, oh, yep, I know I should be doing that, and that stroke, like, like however you would self-analyze, which is kind of a gift for this work because the muscle is already there. However, the only thing that matters is your connection to your audience, your connection to your camera, which starts with your connection to yourself. So it is a balance of technique. And I mentioned the whole head down thing before. The things you see, I guess, I don't notice any tics. I don't notice any ums. I notice really great natural presence. I notice someone who probably doesn't have any issue in front of a room, like you're saying. And I notice someone who, after doing two activities or 2 weeks in one session, you did like double yardage. You just swam double yardage. You, aside from the content, aside from the assignments, aside from anything, you naturally are settling into more of yourself. And me kind of being your enthusiastic audience member, I can feel that. So if you go back and you watch your week 1 assignment 1 and your week 2 assignment 3 that you recorded, I don't know, over half an hour, 3 hours, however much time you did, you automatically are giving me more, you're giving me more animation. You're giving me more just kind of your natural tones. And I want more of that. I want you to push yourself into that. I want you to think about your happiest connections with people in a room, or whatever that looks like. And I want you to kind of try and funnel that and channel that energy into the camera. Because it comes in these like fleeting moments. Like 10 seconds into your second reflection video, I could just see you just being yourself. And we don't know each other, but I could just feel that. And I want you to bring that. So, it's just like what we're doing here is trying to create this big cauldron of moments and opportunities and assignments for people to have their true sparks emerge, which is really hard to do when you don't have another human sitting there being like, oh yeah, give it to me. But really, you don't get that until you begin putting in the yards in these certain ways. So, one other thing. I want to thank you because I think one of your tones you chose for your story was boredom, and I can see you really hung in there. I think you have a great natural energy that I want to like really channel into this teeny tiny lens. So trying to be like, monotone and boring probably wasn't the easiest thing. So I appreciate you challenging yourself doing that. But just so you know, with that activity, the point of it is to begin to see that when it comes to like your on video presence, you have a toolkit of who you can be and different tones you can use, because how they feel delivering them, they might look different. And I want you to begin to kind of connect those interpersonal dots of like, Austin delivering and giving, and then Austin as an audience member receiving that. So you can be like, oh, I could try and be excited or boring or angry or, fill in the blank with whatever that emotional tone is. Anyway, you're doing great. Keep it up. And hopefully we'll have some fun. See ya.